The fire coming out of the first building there, the flame on the lower left side of the screen. And it looks to me, and I'll confess I don't have the greatest monitor here, is that almost see the nose of that flame coming through the other side of the building. That may have been an illusion as we look at it here, but that's how it looks to us.
At this point, you have 9 years of hard scientific evidence that this thing is recording. Theory about what happened on September 11th, and yet people continue to be either oblivious to the fact that this information exists or insistent on making it consistent. So the question becomes why? Why is it that people have so much trouble knowing this information? So my work, I think we will be remiss not to assess the impact of trauma. A friend of mine who is a psychologist in practice in Boulder said that her caseload increased tremendously after 9/11, and people that she hadn't seen in 10 years were coming back into her practice. So I think it's safe to say that collectively as a nation, because of what happened on September 11th, we experience trauma.
Why do people resist this information? The information that shows that the official story on 9/11 cannot be true. What I've learned is that as instruments have your view, and that your view is usually forming a great part of the culture we grow up in. When we hear information contradict our real view, so just psychologists call it the resulting insecurity cognitive dissonance. For example, with 9/11, we have one which is when our official, maybe official story of 9/11, when our government told us, when our media repeated to us over and over, that 19 wasn't acts. On the other hand, we have psychologists, researchers, subject matter
to challenge or when two beliefs are inconsistent, cognitive dissonance is created. 9/11 truth challenges the belief that our country protects us, keeps us safe, and that Americans are good. When the belief is challenged, fear and anxiety are created. In response to that, our psychological defenses kick in, and they protect us from these emotions. Denial, which is probably the most primitive psychological defense, is the one most likely to kick in when our beliefs are challenged.
What some of us will tend to do is deny the evidence that's coming our way and stick to the original story, the official story, and to try to regain our equilibrium in that way. Another thing we can do is decide to look at the cumulative evidence and be sincere and be open-minded and look at both sides of the issue and then make up our own mind.
So they simply will not believe something that they fear to be the truth.
So whenever we say, I refuse to believe, we can be sure that the evidence that's coming our way is not bearable and that it's going to conflicting with our worldview.
Denial protects people from this kind of insight.
As I thought about all of these responses, I realized that what is common to every one of them is the emotion of fear. People are afraid of being ostracized, they're afraid of being alienated, they're afraid of being shunned, they're afraid of their lives being inconvenienced, they have to change their lives, they're afraid of being confused, they're afraid of psychological deterioration, they're afraid of feeling helpless and vulnerable, and they're afraid that they won't be able to handle feelings. None of us want to feel helpless and vulnerable. So we want to defend ourselves. And the way we often do that is with anger. So then we become angry. And when we become angry, then we become indignant. We become offended. We want to ridicule the messenger. We want to pathologize the messenger. And we want to censor the messenger.
So how can we overcome this resistance and denial? The first thing is to meet people where they're at.
One thing is that we need to raise people's awareness about this through what I would call gentle dialogue and gentle questioning.
Not pursuing the truth about 9/11 disrespects the value of the life of the people that died. Thinking that we're above such things, that it could happen in other countries, but it couldn't happen here, that's a lack of humility, and that's excessive pride. And so not being able to see our dark side or our weaknesses is the most dangerous thing.
The observation that pride is one of the basic human flaws is absolutely correct. This is especially true for Americans because we for a long time looked at other nations and say, oh, they're in such bad shape, but luckily we don't have those problems. We don't have leaders who would do those things that were done in the Soviet Union, or done in Germany, or done in Japan, and on down the list. So this is a type of pride that Americans have. A feature of American history that makes us particularly liable to this pride is this notion that's called exceptionalism, that America is the exceptional nation. And that began from the beginning as this country was formed. People would say, well, there was so much evil in the European countries, so much cheating, so much lying, so much using the people for the rulers' purposes, but not in America. We have leaders that are free from those sins. So I think this has made 9/11 particularly difficult for Americans.
You know what? It wasn't an inside job. We could see the planes hit the building, it wasn't a controlled demolition, and the buildings came down. It just is beyond bizarre that he believes it, but he's entitled to. But he's not entitled, he doesn't have a right to teach our students in a classroom. That's not a right.
Well, he has every right because his conspiracy theory is far more believable than yours. The
No conspiracy theory.
FBI has
Planes,
they have absolutely no evidence
buildings came down.
against these guys, Osama bin Laden.
You can
Oh,
believe whatever
dear.
you want. I don't really care. And this teacher can believe
Ani
whatever
macam.
he wants. I don't really care. I think you're both little money. But putting that aside, I'm sick of sending our kids into college.
Ah, yeah, because of the
having
activism.
incompetent teachers with bizarre political agendas, having a compelled audience that has to be there to get their education. Listen to this.
No, they don't have
when
to
they
be
are
there
far more
any more
competent,
than
better
your listeners
educated,
have to be
better
listening to
educated
your
people
show.
that are more qualified for those positions. Parents
Oh,
are sick of this, that their kids are
He is
indoctrinated.
not
into this stuff.
incompetent, and his theories are no more bizarre than yours. The most unbelievable of all the wild conspiracy theories is the one that our government has told us.
Now, you believe the United States government itself is putting forth a conspiracy theory when it talks about 19 people with box cutters in an airplane and Osama bin Laden being the mastermind? That is a conspiracy theory?
Well, absolutely. There's 20 people involved, right? That makes it a conspiracy.
Well, I have studied many conspiracy theories in my life, and the absolute worst one I've ever heard is the official version of 9/11. We were told that 19 Muslim fanatics somehow bypassed our $40 billion defense system, hijacked 4 planes simultaneously, causing their transponders to go off almost at the exact same time. We're totally lost from FAA radar, not to mention satellite radar and NORAD radar, made their way to New York and crashed into 2 prominent landmarks, the 2 towers of the World Trade Center. And then another one crashed into the Pentagon, and then another one crashed in Pennsylvania. And all of this under the direction of a Muslim cleric hiding in a cave in Afghanistan with a computer. Now, that ended up the craziest conspiracy theory I ever heard. And yet that is what we are expected to accept as the legitimate version of what happened on 9/11.